Good morning. In our last lecture, we are discussing about internal voltages of loaded machines under fault conditions. Okay. So in that lecture, we have talked about both the alternator and motors, that is synchronous generator and synchronous motor. Okay. Both the cases when they are in fault condition, we have talked about. Okay. and and in that discussion we have tried to calculate the fault currents, which is the sub-transient current, okay, containing generators and motors under load, and which will be we have to formulate it according to the uh, two methods. That is our first method was by calculating the sub-transient internal voltages of the machines, and our second method was by using Thevenin's theorem. So by using these two methods, we have tried to calculate the sub-transient current of loaded machines like generator and motors, okay, when they are in fault. Now I want to solve a numerical based on the previous concept we have discussed. Okay, so come to a numerical now. So this is our question. A synchronous generator and motor are rated 30,000 kVA, 13.2 kV voltage, and both have sub-transient reactances of 20%. Okay, and the line connecting them has reactance of 10% on the base of the machine rating. The motor is drawing 20,000 kilowatt at 0.8 power factor leading, and a terminal voltage of 12.8 kV when the symmetrical three-phase fault occurs at the motor terminal. Okay, so here we have to find the subtransient current in the generator, okay, then the motor and the fault by the internal voltages of the machine. Okay, so already we have formulated those things. Okay, how to calculate the sub-transient current, already we have formulated for those things when we were discussing about the theory part of this unloaded generator or motor at the time of fault condition. Okay, uh, now I want to go for the solution here according to this question. So this question is based upon those things, so here I want to solve it. Okay, according to the formulas we have derived in the last class. Okay, so see, read the question carefully and try to understand the given data. Okay, you may write the given data first for your better understanding. Okay, then once you have written all the data given in the question, then you can go for the solution to find out the subtransient current in the generator or the motor. And another thing is we have to find out the fault by using uh, internal voltage of the machines. Here we have to find out the subtransient current in the generator, the motor, and the fault by using the internal voltage of the machine. Okay, these things we have to find out in this numerical. Okay, so come to the solution now. So as per our question and our previous discussion, I want to show you the pre-fault condition of the machine and the fault condition of the machine, the network diagram of the fault condition and pre-fault condition of the machine first. Then only we have to go through the solution. So suppose I am talking about the pre-fault condition first. Then I want to show you the diagram here. So see the diagram as per our previous discussion. So this is the diagram for before the fault and this is the diagram for after the fault. You have to understand this diagram before going to solve the numerical here. So when you are talking about the pre-fault equivalent circuit of the system, so this is the before fault or pre-fault equivalent circuit diagram. So choosing here a base of 30,000 kVA as per the question. I want to write. So as per the question, we have to choose the base as 30,000 kVA. A base is what? 30,000 kVA, which is given in the question, and the voltage is what? 13.2 kV. This is also given, and using the voltage Vf or V fault at the fault point. So as the reference phasor here. We have to use Vf as the reference phasor. Clear? So now we can obtain, if you are taking Vf as the reference vector or reference phasor, now we can write Vf as 12.8 by 13.2. According to the question. So there 13.2 kV is the base voltage and 12.8 is the terminal voltage. So here I am writing Vf as 12.8 by 13.2, which is equal to 0. After calculation you can get that the value is 0.970, and as I am taking that this is the reference phasor, so here I can tell the angle is 0 degree because I am considering this Vf as the reference voltage. So as per unit I am writing this. So Vf is 0.970 and the angle is 0 degree per unit. Now come to calculate the base current here. Now we have to calculate the base current. So the base current will be what? What is the power? Power is 30,000 kVA. So 30,000 divided by √3 into 13 point. This is 13.2. So we can write the base current, which is 30,000 divided by √3 into 13.2. Which is the base voltage. So it will become, after calculating, I can get the current value as 1312 ampere. Clear? So now I have to calculate the line current. So I can calculate the line current IL now. So IL is what? Now I can calculate line current IL. Okay, so as per the question it is given that the motor is drawing 20,000 kilowatt at 0.8 power factor leading, and the terminal voltage there is 12.8 kV. Okay, this is the data given in the question. Okay, so here I can write IL as per the data, IL as 20,000 36 point, again I am writing, so I can write IL is equal to 20,000, the angle is 36.9 degree by 0.8 is the power factor, leading power factor, into root 3 into the voltage is 12.8. The voltage is what? 12.8. Okay, so after solving we can get the line current as, or after calculating we can get the line current IL as 1128, and the angle is 36.9 degree. Clear? Again I am telling about IL. So when I am writing IL is 20,000, the angle 36.9 degree by what? 0.8 is the leading power factor as per the question, into root 3, and the voltage is, terminal voltage is what? 12.8. Okay, and 20,000 kVA is drawn by the motor. 20,000 kilowatt, this is not kVA, this is kilowatt. 20,000 kilowatt is drawn by the motor. Okay, so after solving I can write IL as what? 1100. I can write after solving I can write IL as 1128, angle is 36.9 degree. Okay, and obviously this is the unit of current is ampere. IL is what? 1128, and the angle ampere, and there the angle is 36.9 degree. Okay, now I can write IL as, because I have to write the IL in the per unit way, so I can write IL as, that is the value came as 1128, angle is 36 point. So as per the per unit calculation, I want to calculate the current IL in a per unit. So IL is equal to, in our previous calculation I got IL as 1128, and the angle there was what? 36.9 degree divided by 1312. Okay, so which is our base current in our previous calculation. What is 1312? That is our base current. So when we are calculating the per unit, that will be the actual current to base current. So in the place of base current I have taken 1312 as our, okay, so the answer will be 0.86, and the angle is 36.9 degree per unit. Okay, so now I have written IL in per unit form. Now I can write IL in a expanding way. Okay, I can write IL in a expanding way. Okay, that is, I can write IL as 0.86 from the previous calculation I am writing, because in your previous calculation I got that IL is 0.86 per unit and the angle there is 36.9 degree from the reference. Okay, so now in a expanding way I can write IL as 0. Again I am writing, I can write IL is equal to 0.86 into 0.8 plus j 0.6. Okay, this is cosine component and this is the sine component. So I can write IL as 0.69, that is our cosine component, plus j 0.52, this is our sine component of IL, and this is as per unit. Okay, this calculation is as per unit. Okay, so now for the generator, now for the generator I want to calculate Vt, which will equal to 0.970, which will be equal to 0.970. Okay, this thing already have calculated, that is Vf. This is the value of Vf. Okay, I am calculating Vt. So when I am writing Vt, Vt will be Vf plus, so in the place of Vf I am writing 0.970, which is calculated before. Okay, so Vt is Vf plus what? Vt is Vf plus Vf plus IL So I can write Vt as, okay, for the generator I am writing, for the generator I am writing, so Vt as Vf plus, so in the place of Vf I am writing 0.970, this is already calculated. So Vf plus what? Our reactance, which is given in the question. Okay, so our reactance is what? J 0.1, and this will be multiplied with our current IL. So what is our current IL? Which is 0.69 plus J 0.52. Okay, bracket close. So that means I am writing Vt as in Vf plus reactance into current IL. As per the question, our reactance is 10%, that is J. So for the reactance I am writing J 0.1. Okay, and for Vf we have calculated the value from, okay, so the value is 0.970, and already we have calculated the current IL as 0.69 plus J 0.52. Okay, so when I am writing Vt for generator, then I can write Vt as 0.970 plus J 0.1 into 0.69 plus J 0.52. Okay, so after calculation I can write Vt as 0.970 918 plus j plus j 0.069, okay, per unit. Okay, now I want to calculate Eg double dash. Eg double dash will be what? That will be equal to 0.918 plus j 0.069. okay, this value is our Vt, okay, terminal voltage of generator. So when I am calculating Ag double dash, it will be Vt plus then the drop, so plus j 0.2 into the current is 0.69 plus j 0.52. okay, so this is our IL, which is 0.69 plus j 0.52. so in the place of heat, when I am writing Eg double dash, okay, for that, so I have to write the Vt plus the drop, okay. So as per the question, see the question, there the subtransient reactance is of 20%. so as the subtransient reactance is given as 20%, so in the place of reactance I have written j 0.2, and already we have calculated the current, okay. So the current is what? 0.69 plus j 0.52. so for that I am writing Ag double dash is 0.918 plus j 0.069 plus j 0.2 into 0.69 plus j 0.52. getting? So after solving, we can write Eg double dash as, okay, after solving we can get Eg double dash as 0.814, okay, plus j 0.207, j 0.207, and this is obviously in the form of per unit, okay. So Eg double dash is coming as 0.814 plus j 0.207 per unit, okay. Now I can calculate the subtransient current, that is Ig double dash, which is equal to Eg double dash. Eg, in the place of Eg double dash I have to write 0.814 plus j 0.207, so in the place of Eg double dash I am writing 0.814 plus j 0.207 divided by j 0.3, okay. Now after solving I can get Ig double dash will be what? 0.69 minus J 2.71 2 point. Okay, so Ig is coming as Ig double dash is coming as 0.69 minus J 2.71 per unit. Okay, so again I can write the real value. Okay, real value of Ig double dash. So I can write Ig double dash as the base voltage is what? 13.12. Okay, 13.12 is the this is 13.12 is the base current. Okay, so in form of base current I want to write Ig double dash. So Ig double dash will be the base current is 13.12 into the per unit value we have calculated. So I want to multiply it to get the Ig double dash. I want to multiply the per unit value of Ig double dash, okay, with base value. So it will be 13.12 into 0.69 minus J 2.71. Okay, so after calculating it will come as 905 minus J 3550 and the unit of current is now I have to write as ampere. So Ig double dash is coming as 905 minus J 3550 ampere. Similarly for motor also we can solve. Okay, for motor we have to solve. So for that we have to calculate Vt and Em double dash. Okay, so Em double dash will be, I am writing directly the value of Em double dash. You will calculate yourself Em double dash. So Em double dash will be coming as 1.074 minus J 0. Again I am writing. So Em double dash is for motor I am writing now. Em double dash will become as 1.074 minus J 0.138. Okay, so from that, and this is obviously per unit, the unit is per unit. Now I can write for Im dash, Im double dash. This is Im double dash. In our previous calculation I have written Em double dash, and I am talking about for the motor case now. Okay, so Im double dash will be what? Em double dash, Em in the place of Em double dash I have to write 1.074 minus J 0.138 divided by the reactance, that is J 0.2. So it will become as 0.69 per unit. Okay, so in the fault, okay, I have to find out the fault current. Okay, now what is our aim? I have to find out fault current. So fault current, which is IF double dash, may be written as IG double dash plus IM double dash. Okay, so I think we have calculated both IG double dash and IM double dash. So in the place of IG double dash, I have to write that is 0.69 minus j 2.71. Okay, and similarly for IM double dash, I can write for IM double dash, I can write that is minus j 5.37. Okay, sorry, again I am writing. So I can write IF double dash, which will be equal to IG double dash plus IM double dash. So as per our calculation, I can write IF double dash as, in the place of IG dash, I have to put the data, that is 0.69 minus j 2.71, and for IM I have to put the data, that is minus 0.69 minus j 5.37. Okay, so it will become minus j 8.0. Okay, so if I want to calculate the base value of fault current, then suppose I want to calculate the base value of IF double dash. Okay, as per the base current, if I want to calculate the value of IF double dash, then it will be multiply the base current value, which is 1312. Already we have derived this. Okay, so I can write IF double dash as, that is our IF double dash value per unit here. The IF double dash value is minus j 8.0 into 1312, which will be equal to minus j 10,600 ampere. Okay, so we have calculated the subtransient current when the fault is occurring. Okay, when the machine is loaded. Okay, whether it is generator or motor, when the machine is unloaded condition. Okay, we have solved a numerical for that. Okay, thank you very much.